With spring calving cows starting to calve all over the country this week, milking parlour technician Michael Hackett from Thurles, County Tipperary, took me through some of the basics to check on your parlour before milking starts. Michael recommends starting milking parlours 2 to 3 weeks before calving for a parlour NCT after the winter rest. Starting in the dairy, Michael said many farmers will bypass the plate cooler during frosty weather because it can be difficult to drain out in very cold weather. This means simply removing the milk pipe at the top and bringing it down to bypass the cooler. For the bulk tank, he said throw a few buckets of water into the tank so that the agitator is covered. Turn it on, but be careful not to let it turn into ice. To avoid a high TBC reading, ensure you get a flash lamp and check the corners and the top of the tank where water might be struggling to clean properly. In the parlour, electric pulsators like these in the green box are enclosed and should be alright. However, many older pulsators may need a drop of lubricating oil to get them going after a winter of no work. Squirt a drop of oil under the short red tab, as Michael now describes, and in the well at the top of the pulsator.
It needs to be doing 60 strokes a minute, but when it is idle for a few months they can stick.
Yeah.
So the farmer needs to go up, take the lid off of them and just do that with them maybe, and put a little drop of spray there and there.
Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Just a little kind of penetrating spray. And just slide over and back with your hand. And a little bit in there.
Yeah.
And that's it. Not no more than that now.
Yeah. Because
if you put much more in it, you're only going to block it all up with dust.
Yeah.
And make sure there's a filter in it.
Make sure there's a
filter in it, because the dust, they're all vacuum sucking points.
Yeah.
And the vacuum is sucked in and the filter will get dirty in it.
When a parlour has been unused for a number of weeks, dirt builds up on the clusters, and obviously all parts need a good clean. Short air tubes or milk tubes adjoining to the claw piece can have frayed ends that may need to be trimmed as they can be leaking air. Check them all when the machine is up and going. Also make sure long milk tubes have no water in them when the machine is off, or it will freeze and damage the rubber. In the pump house, ensure the vacuum pump is taking oil. If topping up the oil reservoir, make sure that the lip of the can is clean, because the smallest speck of dirt can cause a problem. Filters in the vacuum controllers need to be cleaned at least twice per year. Milk pumps may need gear oil. Some pumps will have a dipstick, but if not, fill until the oil overflows out behind the diaphragms. If depending on the dipstick, be careful, because the gears could be up or down out of the oil, giving a false reading. In summary, dairy farmers can do a good bit of parlour preparation themselves, and a basic understanding of annual upkeep can give your technician a chance to get around to deal with the more serious issues.